Hello and welcome to the Heart of Markness Led Zeppelin podcast, episode 148. I am Mark, and tonight we're talking about one of Robert Plant's little side projects, and one of my favorite, the Priory of Brion. Now, this was a side project that was the bridge between the end of Page Plant and the emergence of Robert Plant in the early 2000s as the super hippie twirly whisper singer. The one who sings like this. Totally cool. Guys cranking out content. People still like it. This band does not have the whisper singing. This band is, I knew more about it back at the time when it was happening, and I wasn't able to find out too much on the interwebs, other than this is a precursor to his coming out with the Band of Joy that he did, Dreamtime, I think it was called, Dreamland. And what it was him shaking off Page Plant before he had a clear vision of what his next step would be, got together with some friends, put together essentially kind of a bar band, and just did a small tour as the Priory of Brion, not as Robert Plant, like he did after Zeppelin with the Honey Drippers. Very, very much the same. Kind of went on musical walkabout across England, and I think he actually toured Europe as well, with the Priory of Brion, which is a play on words. Around that time, at the millennium, we had all that Dan Brown shit. Oh, I can't remember the name of the book. The whole Jesus and Mary went to France and started the Merovingian dynasty, and there's the bloodline of Christ, and da-da-da-da-da. Anyways, all that secret society stuff is spearheaded by an organization called the Priory of Zion, S-I-O-N. René Le Chateau Chapel in France, all this crazy super, how did that get there? Stuff that supposedly points to Jesus being raised in France. What is the name of that? Fuck, it was huge. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to look this up. But you remember it, and you're probably screaming the name now. I'll have to look that up. God damn it. Anyway, it's Priory of Brion is a play on words, plus a joke of that situation, and also going back to the life of Brian, a little shout out to Monty Python. Very clever. Love it, love it, love it. And basically what it is, I was under the impression, now here is where I am just going by 23-year-old memories. But for some reason, I thought that at least someone in that band was someone from back in the Band of Joy days, his pre-Zeppelin band. Like he went and kind of got back to his old mates. But I don't know. All I know is the band is not full of famous people. And Robert comes out and does just a set of cover songs. And he is brilliant and he is having fun. Very much like the Honey Drippers gigs of 1981, but less heavy. He's not emerging from that heavy loss of the band, loss of his son, loss of his best friend, coming out of that deep, dark, negative space that was Led Zeppelin at the end. This is just getting out of it with Jimmy and not wanting to, sing Squeeze My Lemon anymore, at least at the moment. So it's way more lighthearted. And his voice is amazing. This is kind of peak Robert vocally in a lot of ways. His control is remarkable. Kind of reminds me of Sinatra during the My Way and New York days. My Way, I guess, would be more, because Robert was in his early 50s. And really great vocal control. I enjoy this. I listened to this last night. I've always loved Priory of Brion, and I listened to this last night, and I listened to the whole thing, and boy, it was good. It got me excited. And, Robert Plant shows typically don't get me excited. A couple of them do. The 93 tour does, and some of the 83 tour does. But by and large, I'm more of a Jimmy kind of guy. But this show is great. It's a nice soundboard recording. It is from September 25th, anniversary of Bonzo's passing. 1999 in Sheffield, the UK, at the Boardwalk, Sheffield. Small gig. Very small gig. According to the notes, it was 300 or 400 people. And it takes place during a thunderstorm. You can hear that a little bit. But by and large, it is just Robert Plant enjoying himself and having fun singing the songs that he loves to sing that aren't his own. Here's the set list, because this will be available for download at heartofmarkness.com. The Da Vinci Code. Thank Christ. The Da Vinci Code. That's what that's about. It all comes down to the Da Vinci Code kind of stuff, the Priory of Zion. Anyway, here's the set list. Got the intro, then into Season of the Witch, Morning Dew, A House Is Not a Motel, Wondrous Place, Girl from the North Country, If I Were a Carpenter, Darkness, Darkness. Those two he did solo. I think he did If I Were a Carpenter on Fate of Nations, and Darkness, Darkness later on. Think, Early in the Morning, We're Gonna Groove, Baby Please Don't Go, No Regrets, Gloria, Trouble in Mind, Evil Woman, and a little bit of High School Confidential, the Jerry Lee Lewis tune. A great, great set. And you may be skeptical, and it may not be your thing. That's totally cool. But I really enjoy this. And it's noteworthy, and it is good. And Robert's singing is great, and you don't get to hear Robert sing many cover songs. This is just a cover gig in a small location, very low key, no pressure to be the golden god, no pressure on what to play, fully in charge. He's just out there showing what he can do, and it is so good. Let us start off with House Is Not a Motel. That's a love song by the band Love, not a love song like My Darling, I Will Buy You Cinnamon. But the band Love, Arthur Lee, I think. I tried. I do not like them. I do not like them, Sam I Am. I know they're good. I'm not saying they're not good, but I'm saying I don't like them. I don't like them to the point where Spotify kept trying to jam them down my throat, because Spotify's algorithms are pretty good. So they're like, hey, you like all this shit, you're going to like this song too. And I'm like, I do not like it. You sure? Why don't you listen to it again? It's like, I do not like this song. I do not like this band. I'm sorry. I just don't. I like this song. You can call my name. Roberts, it's good. It's fun. And enjoy it. Again, September 25th, 1999. Robert Plant and the Priory of Zion. A House Is Not a Motel.
I've got no shackles. You can come and look if you want to. In the halls you'll see no mantles, where the light shines dim all around you. And the streets are paved with gold. And if someone asks you You can call my name. You are just a thought that someone, somewhere, somehow feels you should be here. And it's all for real, to touch, to feel, to smell, to know that you are here. And the streets are paved with gold. And if someone asks, you can call my name. You can call my name. I hear you calling my name. By the time the children sing and the bells from the schools, the walls will be ringing. More confusion, blood transfusion. The news today will be the movies for tomorrow. And the waters turn to blood. And if you don't think so, go turn on your tongue. And if it's mixed with mud, you see it turn to gray. And you can call my name. I hear you calling my name. Oh, yeah. Can you hear me when I'm calling? Can you hear me when I'm calling? Can you hear me when I'm calling? You know, hear me when I'm calling. Yeah, 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 yeah. No shackles, you can come and look if you want to. In the house you'll see no mantles, where the light shines dim all around you. And the streets are paved with gold. And if someone asks you can call my name. You can call my name. You can call my name. I hear you calling my name. Yeah. Thank you very kindly.
Thank you very kindly. See, his voice? Rock solid. And this is enjoyable. I hope you find this enjoyable. If you don't, last one was good. One before that was good. Whole lot of Zeppelin. Whole lot of crazy cool unreleased Zeppelin. This one, a little different. I hope you like it. Man, I cannot remember. For some reason, I think someone from the original Band of Joy in the 60s is in this band, but I saw a video of them on YouTube. Not this show, but a few months later, and nobody in that band looked Robert's age that I could see. So, I guess it's a mystery. I even looked it up. I googled it, and nothing came up. Nothing came up as far as like this is what Robert Plant did. So, I don't know. Somebody let me know. If I'm wrong about anything, please correct me. But for now, let's hop into... Oh, yay! The song that follows this, Wondrous Place. This is very sweet. I don't know who did it. I'm not familiar with it. I was familiar with the song prior, the Loved One. This one, I don't have any idea. But it's really neat. It's really cool. And hats off to Robert Plant for being a Renaissance man. He's a master of many genres. And I hope you enjoy this. Wondrous Place.
A charm, a magic place in my baby's arm, a soft embrace like sand and lace, an endless place, a water spot in a storm, to cuddle up and stay nice and warm, away from home in my baby's arms. It's a wondrous place. Man, I'm nowhere when I'm anywhere else, but I don't care. Everything's right when she holds me tight. Turn the arms on my face. I'm in heaven in her embrace. I wanna stay, never go away. Oh, it's a wondrous place. Man, I'm nowhere when I'm anywhere else, but I don't care. Everything's right when she holds me tight. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I wanna stay and never go away. It's a wondrous place. Hey, it's a wondrous place. Oh, it's a wondrous place. Yeah, it's a wondrous place. Oh, it's a wondrous place. On keyboard, the scintillating fingers, would you welcome, please, Mr. Owen Glendour. And can you turn the monitors down to unbearable? I mean, this sounds like... all that as well. Yeah. It's nice to come out on a Saturday, because Match of the Day is getting pretty... We don't watch that, do we?
I like this, Robert. A little bit imperious, but a man of the people. I enjoy that. I enjoy that. Kind of sounds like he's teamed up with, gone back in time to, 1966, 1965, Mad Men days, and is just sitting in with the bar band there. Somebody like the Zombies or something like that. I like it. I really like it. I like what he's doing with it, and I enjoy hearing it. Not all the time, but I'm definitely in the mood now, and I hope you are as well. We're playing 4 songs tonight because they're short, and they're good. I think they're good anyway. All right, we're going to do another song now, which is one that he did solo or with the Band of Joy later on after this. First time I heard this song was during one of these Priory of Brion concerts that I had. And it is just fucking brilliant. I love the song. Darkness, Darkness. Darkness, Darkness. Ooh! And Robert kills it again. The voice is great, and it's great to have a nice soundboard, sounds like, recording of this, and or just audience right at that stage. Enjoy it, friends. Doesn't get much better than this, and let's thank the anonymous taper who 22 years ago provided us with this excellent hi-fi stereo soundboard recording. The lineage is soundboard recording to unknown steps to CD received via mail. So, who knows? It's very, very good. Again, September 25th, 1999. The Boardwalk in Sheffield. Darkness, Darkness.
Darkness, darkness, be my pillow. Take my hand and let me sleep in the coolness of your shadow, in the silence of your deep. Darkness, darkness, hide my yearning for the things that cannot be. Keep my mind from constant turning to the thing I cannot see. Oh, thing I cannot see. Thing darkness, darkness, be my blanket. Cover me with the endless night. Take away, take away, take away the pain of knowing. Fill the emptiness with light. So darkness, darkness, hide my yearning to the things, oh, it cannot be. Keep my mind from constant turning to the thing I cannot see. Oh, oh. Yes, 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 yes. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Darkness, darkness, be my blanket. Cover me with the endless night. Take away the pain of knowing. Fill the air, emptiness with light. Yes, 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 yes. Emptiness with light. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Darkness, dark, be my pillow. Take my head and let me sleep in the coolness of your shadow, in the silence of your deep, in the silence of your deep, oh, in the silence. Yeah, that's us. We were discussing the reason for being here. That was a very influential song way back in the other days. It was originally written by Jesse Colin Young from the Youngbloods. That was called Darkness, Darkness. It's a beautiful song. And it was one of those anthems from California about, I'd probably say about the Summer of Love, which, as far as I can remember, was about last year. 110 shows in 1 year. It's got to be summer or something. My friend Bob, what do we need to make the country grow? I said, my friend John, Bridget Bardot, Anita Ekberg, Sophia Loren. Here's an old James Brown song from the 50s.
How can you not love that man? How can you not love that man? He's the golden god, yet he's still a man of the people. Imagine running into him when he lived with Patty Griffin in Austin. God damn. I like this a lot. I like that Robert does interesting shit. Jimmy did interesting shit for like 2 years in the 80s when he was kind of at his nadir, when he was pulling himself out of depression and addiction. He did a lot of interesting shit. But not so much when he was at the top of his game, which is unfortunate. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under the name Heart of Markness. See what I did there? Facebook group, the Heart of Markness, is very nice, full of close to 200 wonderful human beings who like the same things you like and are, would love to see you there if you're looking for a place to hang out on Facebook that isn't toxic or family. And if you like what I do, and you like how I do it, and you're of a mind and of the means to do so, I invite you to take a look at patreon.com/heartofmarkness to see if there's something there for you. Certain tiers of patronage get their own podcast every month, super secret squirrel shit, and everybody gets a link to my cloud drive, which is where I store all my shows, stuff I haven't used, stuff I might use, and just about everything that I have used, all in one place. You can get it. You can also find those shows at heartofmarkness.com, where I put the shows up for you to find. So there you go. Options, you have them. And if you like the show and you want to support the show but don't want to commit to a monthly thing, which I understand, it's a little weird, tell your friends about it, share it, leave a review on whatever podcast platform you're using. It matters. It really has a material effect on how easy it is to find my podcast, and when people are searching for Led Zeppelin, how often and how high up in the listings it shows up. I am an explicit podcast because sometimes I say boobs or bottom when I speak, because I want to speak naturally. I don't want to censor myself more than I already do. So that can also have an impact on, where I show up in the search results, and your leaving a review will help mitigate that. Whew. Here are the current titans upon whose shoulders rests this mighty podcast. A laurel and hearty handshake go out to Glyn of the famous Dogs of Doom, Stephen, George, Big Ed, Kenny, John from West Footscray, Andrew, Picard, Knagarn, Jeff, Chris, Rob from Melbourne, Australia, Wayne, Brad, Danielle, Tracy, David, Other David, Bonzo Billy, and Mimo. Circle grows wider. Excellent. All right, friends, the spiel is over. Back to our show. One more song for you. See, we will have done 3 songs, and we're just over half an hour. So I'm giving you value here. And I'm also not rambling that much. Evil Woman. And it's not the electric light. Evil Woman. It's not that one. It's another one. And you'll hear it in a second. Kaboom. Evil Woman. Robert Plant, Priory of Brion.
Poor bastard. One night when I saw you coming, I should have started running. Oh, you woman, woman, I'll offer to you my soul. You're an old hot coat, evil woman. Woman, I thought you were a blessing, but when I caught you messing, woman, You ain't got no feeling. It's just a dirty dealing. Oh yeah. You don't wanna where the Lord's gonna wreck it. You don't wanna where the Lord's gonna wreck it. I said, woman, people whisper to me, all the hurt you do me. Yes, yes, evil woman. Woman, and what you wait to wait, getting under my skin. Yes, evil woman. Woman, you're ripping my brain. You're tripping my brain. Oh, evil woman. Yeah. Woman. Oh, there were no other choices. I didn't hear no voices. Yes. Now you wanna pack your bag, now you're falling. Now you don't wanna where the Lord's gonna fall. You wanna where the Lord's gonna wreck. You wanna where the Lord's gonna. You. Oh yes, 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 oh yes.
I like this. It's a special show. It's a special time in Robert's life, and he's relaxed, he's having fun, and yet he's firmly in charge. He's playing the songs he wants to play, with the people with whom he wants to play, where he wants to play, and there's no pressure. He's not doing it for the money. He doesn't have to do interviews. He doesn't have to do radio spots. And he doesn't have to sing Ramble On if he doesn't want to. I respect him. I wish he stayed and worked with Jimmy forever to selfishly entertain me, but I respect the man, and I like the Priory of Brion, and I hope you did too. So I will be around this weekend because my ex and I, we're done with COVID, but I am still, my energy level is low. It's taken me a while to get over it all the way. It's kind of still in my sinuses and chest a little bit. You can hear it maybe. Anyway, I'm just going to stay home this weekend, get a lot of sleeping done. But that also means I'll be here, so there will be podcasts this weekend. Hooray. And then, of course, next Thursday I'll be back with something Led Zeppelin. That's how it is. Diddly diddly day. All right, friendos. Thank you for listening. If you need anything from me, if you're a patron, you can contact me on Patreon. You can contact me, Mark at heartofmarkness.com, or on Facebook or Twitter or any of those things. If you've got something to say, something to correct, or something to suggest. I hope you like listening to this. I like doing it for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, be good to yourselves and each other. All right, bye.